Hi, I'm Dan Ferris. I'm with the English department at Southwest, and the following are courses that are going to be available for next year. Uh, for ninth and 10th grade, there are going to be two options. English 9 and Honors 9 for grade 9, and English 10 and Honors English 10 for grade 10. When we get into 11th grade, the choices double. Uh, there are two or three choices of two-year courses. IBHL 1 and IBHL 2 will be offered junior year and senior years respectively. And IBSL Literature Performance 1 and 2 will also be offered junior and senior years respectively. Students will be allowed to take IBSL Lit and Performance 2 their senior year without taking IBSL 1. The other two-year cycle is available in AP. AP Language and Comp is available for grade 11, and AP Literature and Comp is available for grade 12. AP Literature and Comp can only be taken if AP Language and Comp is taken for grade 11. For grade 12, there are also four offerings. English 12, IBSL Literature and Performance 2, IBHL 2, and again you can only take IBHL 2 if you have taken IBHL 1, and then AP Literature and Comp, which again can only be taken if AP Language and Comp is taken in 11th grade.
Hi, this is Bill Town from the Southwest Math Department, talking to you about our mathematics courses. Your course as a freshman will be determined on whether your 8th grade teacher or 8th grade counselor gave you a recommendation. If not, you'll enroll here in either intermediate algebra, which often is called Algebra 1, geometry, or advanced algebra, which is usually called Algebra 2. As a sophomore, you'll just be following that same pathway. If you've taken Algebra 1 or Intermediate Algebra, you'll be in geometry class as a sophomore. If you took geometry, you'll be then Advanced Algebra. And if you took Advanced Algebra in 9th grade, you'll be taking Pre-Calculus in 10th grade. That would be the left-hand side of this flowchart. We have a break here because by the time you enroll in your junior year, you'll be a diploma level course, and they are all two-year courses. One is IBSL Math Studies, a two-year course which is generally for students that are not planning on going into math careers, either a math major in college or a math job that requires math skills. The second level of class, which is IB Mathematics, it sounds very similar, but it is different. Those are for students that need some math in their careers or in college years, but will not need heavy math. And so that's for our last one, IBHL Mathematics. HL stands for higher level, and that is for students that might be planning on going into physics careers or chemistry, engineering, technology, or mathematics itself. We do have some electives. These are for students that might come in even farther than advanced algebra in the 9th grade, or just might decide to take an AP course rather than IB course. So there's AP Statistics, or there's a course that's designed by MCTC for kids that might be going into a community college next year.
This is Colleen Callahan, the department chair for the Performing and Fine Arts Department at Southwest High School. One thing that I think a person should know coming into the arts department here is that there's a place for you no matter what level you're at. You can be a beginning student, you can be a really advanced student, and regardless if you're in vocal or instrumental or dance or theater, you are there will be a place for you to be. So if you were in vocal music, for example, a 9th grader would generally be in concert choir. The kind of great thing about concert choir is there is also a PE piece to that. So that means that you'll get PE credit because a few of the days there's physical education and then the other days there's choir. Men's choir is an option, and women's choir, those are two separate choirs. And then the more advanced choir in the school is Southwest Singers. And a very select group that meets 0 hours called chamber choir, and they're usually auditioned from Southwest Singers. All of these classes are open to anyone, except of course if it's gender related, but it's also the kind of thing where you would get permission or you would audition for Southwest Singers, the more advanced, and chamber choir. Instrumental music, concert band is usually the 9th grade experience. Wind ensemble, string orchestra, and then of course we have IBSL and HL music. In the morning, 0 hour, which is the early pre 8:30 hour, jazz big band there are many jazz and big bands that are in operation with an instructor there. And we've also added, this is our 2nd year of guitar, which is open to any student and is not an audition class. Dance, we have beginning dance, 2 levels of beginning dance. One is for fitness credit, PE credit, physical education, and one is fine arts credit. Those are open to anyone in the school. And then as you continue or are interested in more dance, there's intermediate, which is called Dance Company 1. That's an audition or permission class. You are invited to be in it, or you may just seek out the teacher and ask if you are able to be in it. Or Dance Company 2, which is an advanced class, which also includes SLHL IB dance. So that class is usually quite large, and there's probably maybe 6 or 7 students that end up doing IB dance. Theater are 4 selections. Performance Theater 1, open to anyone. Then Performance Theater 2 would be the next. IBSL Theater and IBHL Theater. And we have within the performing arts a lot of extracurricular experiences as well, after school things, so that there is a tech theater club, there is a visual art club. There are 2 main stage productions that happen. One is a musical and one is a straight play. We have 1-act plays. We have student-directed plays called Unhinged Theater, and 1 student-directed musical as well. So there's plenty to do after school as well if for some reason you can't fit all of that in. In the arts, we sort of divide it between performing and fine arts. In the fine arts department, we have visual art, film studies, and digital arts. And as you can see, people progress in sort of scope and sequence from 1 to 2 to the higher levels, which include IBSL and IBHL as well. So in visual art, basic art and design, painting 1 and 2, drawing, ceramics, and then into IBSL and HL art. Film studies is Media Arts 1, Media Arts 2, IBSL, IBHL. And in digital arts, we have level 1 and level 2. Those include photography and other things relative to the computer that use graphic arts.
Hi, this is Kristen Webke from the World Languages Department. Our department offers 4 languages: American Sign Language, French, Japanese, and Spanish. Southwest encourages all students to study a second language as part of the International Baccalaureate program. Most 4-year colleges require students to study at least 2 years of the same world language in high school. So if you've earned a C average in a world language this year, you should continue the same language next year. If you are working toward the IB diploma, you'll need 4 years of the same world language. We welcome heritage speakers of all of our languages, that is, students who speak the language at home. Those students should see a teacher to decide which level would be appropriate. Please discuss your future plans with your family and your counselor to help you choose your world language class.
Hello and welcome to the Southwest Social Studies and Humanities Department. My name is Brian Meyer. I'll be talking to you about your course options as 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th graders. The incoming 9th graders to Southwest High School have one choice, and it is to take the IB AP Human Geography class. Students in that course can either elect to take AP and test in AP in the spring or not. all students will be together in that course. Grade 10, there are two options: United States History or AP US History. If a student takes the AP US History course, they'll take the external AP US History assessment in May and be expected to prepare for that class throughout the year. As a student enters grade 11, they have three choices. They can take Standard World History, or they can take the IB Standard Level History class, which is a history of the 20th century. It is set up as a college class with several readings from several authors and texts, and it is in preparation of the spring IB Standard Level test or preparation for the 2-year HL history requirement for diplomas or medallions in the IB program. The third option is the AP European History course, which is set up to prepare students for the Advanced Placement European History class in May. Grade 12, 4 options exist: the Standard Level Government and Economics class, the International Baccalaureate Higher Level 2 History of the Americas course, which is a 2-year preparation for the HL test in May. The HL2 Asian History course, which is a regional study as well as the History of the Americas. The Asian History course focuses on East Asia, and again is a culmination, it's our capstone course along with History of the Americas for the 2-year HL test that happens in May. And our fourth option is our Advanced Placement Government class, which again prepares students for an Advanced Placement test at the end of the year. One thing to know about the Humanities Department is that there are no prerequisites for any of these courses. Students can navigate from AP to IB to regular classes anywhere along the line from year to year. There's no requirement from one year to the next. So anyone can move around as they see fit, as they decide to challenge themselves more, as they see themselves more passionate or not more passionate in the humanities. Thank you.
Minneapolis Public Schools requires 2 semester credits of physical education and 2 semester credits of health science. Typically, when a 9th grader arrives at Southwest, they will take Health Science 1 and Fitness for Life 1 in their freshman year. That's a good option, a good way to go. They have 7 periods in which to do that. Anytime between their 10th and 12th grade, they can move on and take Fitness for Life 2 and Health Science 2. There are a couple of electives with Fitness for Life 2. They can take Fitness for Life 2 Dance, or they can take Fitness for Life 2 New Moves, which is a lower impact, less competitive form of Fitness for Life. When students are in the 11th and 12th grade, they can take an IB SL Standard Level Sports, Exercise and Health Science course. It's a 1-year course. They can do it either in the 11th or the 12th grade with the expanding opportunities in the fitness and health and sports arena in life. This is an excellent addition to their resume.